What's up everybody, NinjaNick333. We are here for our first videos of league challenges that happened in our local area. This one happened at Flipside Gaming in Clifton Park. Yes, that Flipside Gaming that happens to sponsor every Pokemon player that is not me. I don't even know if it's actually a sponsorship or not. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they sponsor every Pokemon player. They can't possibly be giving out that much. But anyway, we do have my friends Nico and Tori playing. Nico is on the Mew VMAX deck, and Tori on the right here is on the Gardevoir EX deck. Nico is going first here. He does not have a strong start. I do know kind of what happened in this match is Nico's not drawn too hot here. So he is going to put a Forest Seal Stone down here. And I would really like to see him use his V-Star power to grab a Battle VIP Pass to get another Mew and Genesect into play. Even though he has too many cards in hand to be able to use any of Genesect's ability, if you can maybe draw into a Judge at some point, you might be able to draw out of your bad hand. Like get a Judge and an Ultra Ball and all of a sudden you're off to the races. So we get Tori here is using his level ball. He is checking to see which Pokemon are in his deck. He is actually on at least 2 Klefkis in this deck. At the time, our group was testing a Klefki version of Gardevoir to try to get that set up a little bit more easily against Mew and Lost Box. I don't really think that you necessarily need it against Lost Box, but it does help against Mew quite a bit. So you do usually have to sacrifice your own Mew, the whatever it's called, Mysterious Tail one, in order to usually make room for that. So it has its pros and cons. But we are getting the Ralts out with the level ball here. We have checked our prizes sufficiently, so we are going to see if we want to go back in. We do have an Ultra Ball. We're going to discard Boss's Orders and a Psychic Energy to get a second Ralts onto the bench. I do like that. You usually want to end your turn with 2 to 3 Raltses on the bench at minimum. And depending on the matchup, you want to get a Zacian V turn 1 attached to it, and then use the Roar of the Sword to search your deck for another Psychic Energy to attach to the Zacian. As you can also see here, Tori is using a GX marker, which is the Let Loose Giratina from the Diamond and Pearl Platinum era. Which is kind of funny. He found that recently, right before this tournament happened, so it's just kind of funny to see him using that. He's like, I don't have a Sharpie, and so that he could fix it and put V-Star, but but he still hasn't changed it to this day, to my knowledge, so I just find it pretty funny. So pretty strong start so far. We also have a concealed cards going on. We're going to discard an energy to draw 2. If we were playing Mew in the deck, it wouldn't be too bad to see that, to see the Radiant Greninja retreat into it to try to set up some more items in your hand, but I don't think he's on the Mew at all because of those Klefkis. So he might just Fog Crystal here to get the Klefki instead of the Mew and retreat into that and pass, and that's going to really shut Nico off here. So even if Nico was able to get more Pokemon in play, there is not much that he can do under this Klefki. So the Klefki, for those who don't know, has this ability that says all basic Pokemon in play except Klefki have no abilities. So that does shut off Genesect's ability to be able to draw until you have cards in your hand equal to the amount of Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So even if Nico gets 6 Pokemon here and a better hand to thin out, he's not going to be really able to do anything. So Nico is going to have to boss his orders in order to get around this Klefki or play Escape Rope. So if Tori was able to get 2 Klefki out, then that would make Escape Rope a non-factor because you could just switch into a second Klefki and then the ability lock stays in effect because it only works when Klefki is active as well. So it is also shutting off Tori's Radiant Greninja, but at least he got one good turn out of that. So Nico is sitting here trying to think of exactly what he's going to do. Just attaches a double Turbo Energy to the Mew. And looks like he's going to play, is that a Judge maybe? It looks like there might be a Boss's Orders in hand as well. So it looks like he is going to go for the Judge. So again, would have liked to see that power tap, the Forest Seal Stone, grab a Battle VIP Pass last turn, because now Nico might actually be able to get off to the races here. But of course, that Klefki in the active still being a little bit of a problem. So yeah, if he had 4 Pokemon in play, he could have bossed and if he had maybe an Ultra Ball, be able to get like Mew VMAX and then draw a couple cards. But if he draws just the Mew VMAX off of this Judge, he can Techno Blast and remove the Clef Key. The only thing is he's going to need to get at least one Mew V as well. So if he gets Nest Ball or Feather Ball, he'll be able to get another Mew V onto the bench as well. So we're just looking for 2 in any combination of way to get Mew VMAX and way to get Mew V right now. Looks like we have a Cramomatic. So we're going to discard the Lost Vacuum to flip a coin and its tails. So that is kind of how the Mew deck operates sometimes, is you're really looking for the Cram to hit, and it doesn't. So now Nico has a pretty dead 2-card hand with only 2 Pokemon in play. And this Clef Key is just ripping him a new booty. It's very uncomfortable to sit currently if you're named to Nico. I apologize, Nico. I hope that healed up pretty well. So we are going for the Nest Ball here from Tori. We're going to search our deck to find another basic Pokemon. That is this Zacian V. So the Zacian V is generally the main attacker in this deck. You want to make sure that you can power it up with your Psychic Embrace on the Gardevoir EX. So it's gonna be weird to see if we can get the Gardevoirs online. Maybe we're playing Rare Candy, maybe we're not. I'm not quite sure what the build looked like at this time. Because I'm too lazy to drive an hour to Albany to test with my friends. Which is what I was supposed to be doing today. But my friends have also been trying to get me to push these videos out. So we got the last few of the EUIC videos went up all in the same day. The night of recording this. So that we can push these out faster. Tori's playing with brand new sleeves, and they are very slippery. I was shuffling them up too earlier too, and yeah, brand new sleeves are sometimes very slippery. I believe he's on Game Genic ones, which do shuffle a lot like Ultimate Guards at times. They start out extremely slippery, but they're really nice. They're both really nice in their own ways. I still prefer Dragon Shields personally, because of their durability and longevity, even if the shuffle field does go down after your first tournament using them. But I can usually get multiple tournaments out of one box of Dragon Shields, because I'm so gentle on my cards. So Tori just still off to the races here, just going to use a Fog Crystal to get another Psychic Energy. We got our Curlias starting to come into play here. So we're going to try to build this board of Curlias to be able to deep draw into our deck. Doesn't matter that we have a Clef Key in the active. We can still use Curlia's ability under it because Curlia is not a basic Pokemon. It is a stage 1. So what would be really great to see is like Rare Candy Gardevoir here, because if there's enough energy in the discard pile, we would actually be able to see the Zacian KO the Mew this turn. And that would pretty much just create a checkmate situation for Nico. He would have no Mew Vs in play whatsoever to turn into Mew VMAXs. So you get another free attack off after that. So then you take a knockout on another Genesect or another Mew V on the next turn. And you've taken 4 prize cards before Nico can establish his first attacker. So we do get the Gardevoir out. And we are going to see a bunch of energy come down. Looks like, how many do we have there, Tori? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 5 times 3 is 150, plus the base 60, plus another one. So 6, 8, 9. So that should be plenty. So we are going to Psychic Embrace to our Clef Key. It'll put 20 damage on it, or 2 damage counters specifically. It technically is different, but we're going to retreat here, and we are going to use Psychic Embrace to load up the Zacian again. And Nico's already getting ready to put the Mew V in the discard pile. Tori's like, how many do I need to knock it out? And puts just enough in order to knock out this Mew V, and he is going to use the, whatever it's called, Sword Attack. I can't remember what it's called. And yeah, now Nico has 1 Genesect and 3 cards in hand. He's going to Ultra Ball now, which will allow him to get a Mew V. But what do you do after that? Like, I mean, even Tori could even just retreat back into the Klefki. But he got a really good one-turn use out of the Klefki, too. Because Nico could have just Ultra Balled for another Pokemon, then drew a couple with one Genesect, and he could have drawn out of it if the Klefki wasn't there. But again, I still think the key to this matchup is that Nico just was not able to get there. Looks like he's using his V-Star power now to grab an Avery. Or at least he's considering it. Yeah, he's going to use his V-Star power. He's going to grab the Avery. So Forest Seal Stone has now been used. And the Avery is really good here. So if I'm Tori, I probably discard the Radiant Greninja and the Klefki. I think those are the most useless things in play right now, because the Kirlia could always evolve into another Gardevoir EX if needed, or just a Shining Arcana Gardevoir. So yeah, Tori's like, what do I discard? And does discard the Klefki and the Greninja, like I thought. So yeah, that's perfect play from Tori. It looks like he's also got the Cresselia with the, whatever it's called, attack. Oh, okay, I guess it's just over. Tori could move damage counters from his Pokemon to his opponents, but at that point, Nico is just like, all right, that's it. It's over. These games are best of one. So, yeah. That's how League Challenges should be. It's best of one. But as always, guys, do not forget to do those things that are above. Comment, like, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we will see you guys next time with another round of this League Challenge. Win a box thing. They're doing a lot of these. I have this one, and then I have videos from another Flipside Gaming that's in East Greenbush, New York, and then I also have some videos already recorded from Hyde Park, New York, which is a best of 3 League Challenge. So that one was a doozy, I'll tell you. But there are some good games. There are some games like this. You can't always get the best games, especially in best of one. But it really goes to show that one mistake from Nico and one good play from Tori just like threw this 100% in Tori's favor here. Just getting the Klefki down on that one turn after not using the Forest Seal Stone is pretty much just how this game went. We will see you guys next time.